Hey everyone. So for this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about bullying and the effects that it has on LGBTQ plus youth while trying to deal with all of the challenges of being a teenager, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, non-binary, queer, etc. The list goes on. Teens also have to deal with harassment, threats, and violence directed at them on a daily basis. LGBTQ plus youth are nearly twice as likely to be called names, verbally harassed, or physically assaulted, as well as sexually assaulted, at school compared to their non LGBTQ peers. Their mental health and education, not to mention their physical well being, are at risk. So, how is their mental health affected? And I will start by saying being gay, being trans, being non binary is not a mental illness. The mental illnesses come from society and causing the person to be isolated or discriminated against. It causes depression and different things. So, when I talk about their mental health, I am not saying that being part of the LGBTQIA plus community is a mental disorder. It's far from it. But substance abuse. LGBTQ plus youth are more than twice as likely to experiment with drugs and alcohol. Happiness. Only 37% of LGBTQ plus youth report being happy, while 67% of non-LGBTQ plus youth say that they are happy. However, over 80% of the LGBTQ plus youth believe that they will be happy eventually, with nearly half saying they will need to move away from their current town to find happiness. Self harm. With each instance of verbal or physical harassment, the risk of self harm among LGBTQ plus youth is 2.5 times more likely. Suicide. LGBTQ plus youth are 4 times more likely to attempt suicide than their cis hetero counterparts. How is their education being affected? Gay teens in the U.S. schools are often subjected to such intense bullying that they are unable to receive an adequate education. LGBTQ plus youth identified bullying problems as the second most important problem in their lives, after non acceptant families, compared to non LGBTQ youth identifying classes and with exams and grades as being the highest. LGBTQ plus youth who reported that they were frequently harassed in school had lower grade point averages than students who were less often harassed. One survey, the National School Climate Survey, revealed that more than one-third of gay respondents had missed an entire day of school in the past month because they felt unsafe there. LGBTQ plus youth feel that they have nowhere to turn. 60% of the LGBTQ plus students did not report incidents to school staff. A third who reported an incident said that the staff did nothing in response. So, what can schools do to help? Schools should offer a safe and respectful learning environment for everyone. When bullying is allowed to take place, it affects everyone. Gay Straight Alliances, known as GSAs. School clubs provide safe spaces and support networks for LGBTQ plus students. Students who attend schools with GSAs reported fewer homophobic, homophobic remarks, more intervention from school personnel, and a greater sense of connectedness. Supportive educators. LGBTQ plus students who report having a greater number of supportive staff, 6 or more, had higher GPAs. Comprehensive bullying harassment policies and laws. Students reported that school staff intervened twice as often in schools with comprehensive bullying harassment policies. And you can help end bullying at your school. Be alert to the signs of distress. Work with student councils to have programs on respect, school safety, and anti-bullying. Ask school personnel to have a discussion at an assembly or an after-school activity about LGBTQ plus prejudice. Help start an LGBTQ plus network. Gay, Lesbian, and Straight Education Network, GLSEN, chapter is a great one to get started at your local high school. Arrange for a group like GLSEN to present bullying prevention activities and programs at your school. And do encourage anyone who's being bullied to tell a teacher, a counselor, a coach, a nurse. It can even be the cafeteria people, as long as somebody is told. And of course, the parents or the guardians. If the bullying continues, report it yourself. Now, some of the resources. GLSEN. They can be contacted at 212-727-0135. And their website is www.glsen.org. The Trevor Project, 1-866-488-7386. www.trevorproject.org. The Human Rights Campaign, 1-800-777-4723, or www.hrc.org. Human Rights Watch, 212-290-4700, www.hrw.org. My Life is Worth Living. They can be found at mylifeisworthliving.org. National Youth Advocacy Coalition, 1-800-541-6922, or they can be found at www.nyacyouth.org. And then parents, families, and friends of lesbians and gays can be called at 202-467-8180, or their website, www.pflag.org. And as always, safety first. But if you know of someone being bullied, sometimes it takes others to be their voice in order for them to find their own voice in order to speak up. Much love, everybody.